Our application will have a small shopping basket above the categories in the left-hand side column, apart from the main basket page. To create this small basket, let's go back to our application, to our editor, open mod folder, and create a new file called basket_left.php. Inside of this file, if we start with h2 tag and your basket. Under this, we're going to start with the DL tag with the ID of basket left. In between DL tags, we're going to start with DT NO dot of items, which stands for number of items. Then DD tag with the class BL underscore TI. Then we put span, and we just temporarily put 0 here. Next item will be DT sub hyphen total. Then we'll have DD with the class BLST for subtotal. We start with the pound sign and spans, open and close. And again, let's put 0 temporarily here as well. Next one will be DT VAT, or you can also use tax or whatever tax methods you have in your own country. Then open bracket, span, opening and closing. After both of the spans, we're going to put %, and closing bracket and colon. And that's everything here. Let's put actually 0 as well in between the span tags. Then we have another DD tag with the class BL VAT, pound symbol, and spans. Again, 0 in between. Then after this one, we'll create another DT tag for total, and in a bracket INC for inclusive, and DD with the class BL total, again pound symbol and opening and closing span, 0 in between. And that's nearly everything. But now just to add 2 buttons as well, div with the class def and BRTD, which is simply 14 pixels height and top dashed border. And then we put our buttons, our links rather than buttons. So in between the paragraph, opening a tag, href / page equals basket. And obviously we're going to be linking to the basket, so label will be view basket. After this link, vertical line, href / page equals checkout, and checkout in between the opening and closing a tag. Okay, after this, again, we're going to do the space and the dashed line. Okay, now that our file is ready, let's open our header from within the template folder. Let's scroll down. As you can see, we've got categories, navigation, and I've just realized, obviously, if cats array isn't empty, then we're looping through them. But if it's empty, we're still going to get this heading together with the beginning of the navigation. So the best thing to do would be to move this if onto its own line, move it before our categories h2 tag, and obviously for each, we're going to open PHP tag. Now we're going to loop this way, and then obviously here as well we should close close this for each. After this close for each loop, actually let's move it here, align this a little bit better. Okay, so for each loop, then opening PHP tag and closing if isn't empty. But before we close this one, we move our closing UL tag after this for each loop. Okay, so now it's a little bit tidier. Now, before this if is an empty cat array, we're going to require once our newly created file, which is inside of the mode folder. As you may remember, mode is already on the include path, so the only thing we have to do is provide the name of the file, so basket left.php. Now if we save the file, we open our page, refresh, you can see our basket is now displayed above the categories.